Hello and welcome to another Modern Toy Fair Let's Pose, where I show you how to get your figures in the poses that I do in my photos. Today I'm going to be showing you how to pose the Neca TMNT Last Ronin. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video so that way you can click on the link to watch the review and see the photos that I mentioned before. And of course, make sure to head down to the comments and let me know what figures you'd like to see me pose next. But that's enough chitter chatter, let's go ahead and get at her. Alright, before we get started, I do want to point out I have sticky tack in the head just to give him a little bit more range, because when the head is all the way down, it's a little restricted because of the shoulders. But beyond that, everything else is just kind of normal. But yeah, it gives it a little, it doesn't stay on as well, but it does give it significantly more range. So if you want to hit some different poses, it's a must. Let's start off with just like a running pose, him running forward. So let's get that first leg straightened out, the back leg bent here. As always, make sure to heat up your NECA figures before you pose them. You don't want anything bad to happen. We're going to kind of adjust the ankle, twist the leg a little bit, then get him looking forward. We're going to twist his midsection so that way the right arm and shoulder are forward and the left arm and shoulder are back. Get those bent a little bit. Get that head on there, looking straight. And there we go. Matter of seconds now, he is running at you. And here's a little better look from the side. So you've got that back knee bent. This one is straightforward. Left arm has a little bit of a bend, but nothing crazy. The shoulders are twisted. Spin them all the way around here. We've got the right arm also bent, but this one's kind of twisted forward and inward towards his chest. And one thing that's very important, much like when I do the review of like Rhino and Juggernaut, you want the foot to be kind of mildly centered with the head so he has a center of balance. Now let's go for like maybe just a generic like martial arts pose. And get him retwisted around here. The head, arm back here. Come on, there we go. This leg. Oh, well. The string to his weapons came undone. There we go, all fixed up. Made sure to glue it so it ain't gonna happen again. In the meantime, I got him finished posed up here. So we've got one leg kind of slightly bent and forward. This leg's a little more straight and back. It does have a little bit of a bend, but nothing crazy. Twisted the shoulders the opposite direction. And we've got this arm bent inward in front of him with that flat like karate chop hand. We've got the other arm that is at 90 degrees and has that fist curled in, and it just makes him look like he's, ready to go, ready to fight. And twist the head a little bit. Again, that sticky tack makes a world of difference. Let's get some of these accessories out, and I'll show you how to kind of pose him like with each turtle's weapon. We'll take the sword out. This is the hard one. The bow staff really is a tight fit. There we go. Alright, so we're going to start with, I think I'm going to start with the sword. Let's start with Leo. So we're going to have him posed with it behind him, like he's ready to charge. This knee bent here. Come on. Again, these NECA figures have those tight joints, so be careful. Get the legs spread out a little bit, twist the ankle. Get him kind of hunched downward. That, looking forward. And get the sword in his hand, which again is a little bit of a tight fit, so be careful. I always grab it by the hilt so that way you don't break it. Okay, come on. There we go. Alright. So here we have him kind of leaned forward, like he's ready to start charging. The legs are very spread apart. One is bent, one is straight. The ankles are bent to keep him balanced. Arm is straight down the front. Got the other arm kind of straight back with the sword. He is kind of leaned forward so that way he can kind of lunge at his opponent. But yes, that one is the sword for Leo. Let me get this out of the hand here. I think we're going to go with Raph with the Sai next. Ooh, this one's going to be a pain just because it's such a tight fit in those hands. Trying to get the side between his fingers is not easy. Come on. Get in there. I'm going to do this off camera real quick. There we go. All right. So we're going to bring his legs in. We're going to bend him a little bit because Raph's a little more grounded. He's a little more, hunched over. Now the hood's coming undone. Just everything is going wrong. There we go. Then we're bring the arms down and back a little bit with a bend. And we're going to switch out the cry chop hand for a fist. There we go. In there nice and tight. Get that bent inward. Get the hood back on. That hood is a pain in the ass when you're moving things around. Here we go. All right. And twist that so it's a little more forward. And maybe hunch him over a little bit more. There we go. That's it. So like this, like in this pose, you'd swear the Ronin was Raphael. I mean, you've got the knees bent. They're not quite as far apart as Leo, but they're still there. You got the arms bent and kind of pulled back a bit. He's hunched over. You can see right there, kind of just hunched forward. Got the head facing forward, and it looks like Raph's ready to go to war. Let's switch him out with the nunchucks though for Mikey. And this one, legs are even closer together. One leg's forward, one's back. Both are still bent. You do have the arms forward. He's hunched forward as well, and the arms are bent. This nunchuck does just kind of stick in between his thumb and his palm, so you can definitely easily get to this pose if you want. And then let's get rid of that. Take that hand out, put the gripping hand back in with Donnie's staff. Now, Donnie is a little more close, close like range with his stances, which is odd because he has the longest weapon of them all. But yeah, so he's going to be a little more reserved, leaned back a little bit. His legs are going to be even closer together. We've got the staff going between the two hands. As you can see, both elbows are bent 90 degrees. One knee is bent, the other one is slightly bent, but nothing crazy. Might unbend this one a little bit more just to make it so he balances a little better. There we go. Get the feet flat. Because you saw he was kind of rocking back and forth, and we can't have that. There we go. So he's standing a little more straight up and ready to fight. You got the waist twisted, so it looks like he's kind of looking over his shoulder. There, and then again, elbows bent 90 degrees. This one's raised up, and the other one obviously is down, so that way you can have that slanted motion with the bow staff. And I think we're going to do one last pose. This one's going to be a multi-weapon pose. We'll have him holding the bow staff and Leo's sword because I don't care what it says, those are the two best turtles. So let's get the angry head on here instead. So it looks like he's right in the middle of a fight. Push this forward a little bit. And we're going to twist his midsection the opposite way. We're going to bring this arm up and bend it in all the way. Bring the right leg forward and bend it. Left leg back, still bent, kind of twist it outwards. So that way it's facing to the side. You'll do that from like the hip joint. And then we get him to the point where he's standing, and I'll add the sword. Come on, and then we're going to bring this left arm down and kind of more straight. So that way it's like he's using the bow staff more defensively. And come on, stand up, you can do it, I have faith in you. There we go. And now we're going to put the sword in this hand. I'm going to do it going backwards though, so it's coming from the bottom of his hand instead. Boom. And now he looks like he's ready, or probably mid-fight really. The head came off. Redo that, twist it a little bit. We're going to tilt there we go, tilted the waist in a little bit more. And now you've got him nice and set up with two weapons on your shelf if you want. You got left arm straight, right arm is bent all as far in as I could get it. So that way you have the sword by his face. You've got the knees kind of slightly bent. The left leg is twisted out, which again, you use that hip joint to kind of twist at to get that range out of it. But that's going to be it for this week's Let's Pose. As always, make sure to let me know in the comments below what figures you'd like to see me pose next. Also, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video so you get more toy-related content in your feed. We've got reviews on Mondays, Let's Poses on Tuesdays, the live stream on Wednesdays, and the podcast on Fridays with a few other things sprinkled in here and there. Check us out Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok if you want to see all of the photos that I post. That is at Modern Toy Fair. Also, make sure to click the link on your screen now if you want to check out my review of the Neca Ronin and see those photos I talked about as well. But that's it for this video. Hopefully see you next week. Same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thank you for watching.